say she's probably walking me at this point. In between sniffs, of course.
Yeah, around 4:15, right?
Yeah, but then you have to drink fast because the paper's
Right.
4:15.
yeah.
Forgive me if I stop speaking. It's very busy. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day today. So everybody is out on the trail today, as you can see. Lots of people passing by. And it's Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I didn't end up going out yesterday to the market as I had said because the weather turned out to be kind of crappy, and I just didn't want to go out and venture out in that, so I ended up just kind of hanging out and, to be honest, nursing a hangover. I had a little too much on Friday night, more than I normally would, because a friend showed up later and started buying rounds of tequila, which kills me every single time. I'm too damn old for tequila. Hi, I'm back. Somebody stopped to pet my dog. They were inquiring about her breed. She has interesting markings on her chest, so I get people asking me all the time about her breeding. And plus, there's not a whole lot of hounds in the city. However, I say that, but for some odd reason in my neighborhood, there's about 4 or 5 of them. But as a whole throughout the city, they're not very common at all. And let's have some more Chauncey. That's her name, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned it, but my dog's name is Chauncey. Yes, she has a boy's name. It was the name she had when I pulled her. I do some volunteer rescue work with a few different organizations. And when I found her, I fell in love with her instantly. I had to have her. It was a good time in my life to add a dog member of the family. So I did so, and I don't like changing names on pets when I adopt them. So she kept the name Chauncey, which I like. It's pretty. People think she's a boy all the time, but I think that has mostly to do with her physical looks and not so much her name. Anyway, insert some more footage of Chauncey. 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 Hey, baby. Oh, you want to go back? Hi, sweetie. What are you doing? Oh, going this way. Sorry about the shaky hand. She really does pull me down the trail. She follows that nose. If I come along or not, she doesn't care. Hey. She's my girl. Gorgeous day. I'm kind of in an industrial section of the trail right now. The park is over that way on the other side of this parking lot. This parking lot belongs, I can't turn that way because Chauncey's on my arm, but so I'll come back around. So the parking lot goes all the way back here. These are little annex buildings for the TPC headquarters. Is right over there where those tall buildings are. And then the train tracks are over here. You'll see them eventually when I get down there. So this is just the TTC, sorry if you're not from Toronto. That stands for Toronto Transit Commission. So this is their property here, and this is where their headquarters are as well. It'll get more interesting once I get past this point. In fact, I think I'm going to cut until I get to the bridge. So as I was saying, this is a less interesting part of the trail. So I'll put the camera back on me until we get up to the bridge, the pedestrian bridge that crosses over the subway tracks. In Toronto, the subway isn't completely underground. There are some sections where it is above ground. This is one of them. Overall, though, major parts are all buried underground, just like in New York or any other city like that. Eventually we'll get up here on the other side of the pedestrian bridge. There is a famous cemetery here in Toronto. It's called Mount Pleasant Cemetery. A lot of very important, notable, wealthy people buried there. Family plots, monuments, cenotaphs, you name it. Wealthy people, wealthy dead people stuff. Another sniff break for Chauncey. The weather's quite warm today, well, warm-ish. All relative, remember we are in Ontario. It's about, right now, it's about 15 degrees Celsius. I'm American, but I've only been here 11 years, and I have a general understanding of what 15 degrees Celsius means, but I can't readily translate that to Fahrenheit for you without an app. Go back and forth on my weather app, changing it from Celsius to Fahrenheit for family and friends back home, so that they can keep up with my weather. Sometimes they ask, so I let them know. Anyway, Chauncey just did her thing, so I'm going to pick it up and I will continue in a moment. Again, sniff, sniff, sniff. Must stop and sniff every single thing. As you can hear, coming up to the subway tracks, you can see the train going by right there. Some cyclists coming. Again, I apologize for this Blair Witch Project camera work. I'm using a selfie stick, so there's no brace on my arm. And again, I've got a 55-pound coonhound that's nothing but solid muscle pulling me along the way, so it's very hard to steady the cam. But here we are, we're at the bridge. And Chauncey loves the bridge because my crazy coonhound loves trains. She likes to stand above, especially when she was a puppy, she'd stand up above. And she would see lots of tracks. This is the main hub. She would stand up here on the railing right above where the trains actually pass by. These are auxiliary tracks. These aren't the main tracks. She'd stand up above the main tracks, and when a train would pass under, she'd howl. She'd howl and have so much fun. She loves the trains. And some of the conductors would spot her up above, and they'd honk the horn. It was hilarious. They haven't done it in a while, but she's not as into passing trains as she used to be when she was a pup. But every now and then she'll surprise me. She'll get excited if a train's coming back through Route 1. Bit of interest, but not too much. I think she's just more fascinated by scents today rather than the train. There's lots of scents up here because there's a lot of dogs out today. And we're approaching the cemetery now that I was discussing before. Right over here. This right here is Yonge Street. It's the major artery in Toronto. I apologize if you can't hear me because the traffic noise is quite loud. Chauncey, out of the water, out of the water. Thank you. I here there is a puppy fountain. Well, people / puppy fountain. There's a fountain for both. I don't know if they have it hooked up yet. Sometimes they will wait until after Victoria Day weekend, which is usually like the last weekend of the month. And then they'll hook it up to just avoid the risk that we were going to get a snowstorm again. But I think I just saw a pedestrian take a drink, so I think it might be on now, which is good because she can get a drink. Refill that tank. Refill that tank so she has lots of pee to mark with. Because what's the point in the walk if she can't mark every scent she smells? So I don't know why we're going over here. She smells something, obviously. We're standing behind one of those mausoleums I was discussing. Look how huge this thing is. Absolutely ginormous. There's a smaller one right over there. Okay, come on. I think at some point this is a little flower bed, so let's get out of it. Come on. Let's find a drink. Let's find a drink. Come on. Look, you can't have their lunch. You can't have their lunch.
I know you're hungry.
Chauncey, no. Come. Nope. Nope. There's the pedestrian entrance to the cemetery. It's a huge, huge cemetery. Very huge cemetery. Enough, or do you need more? She loves her water. She is an absolute water lover. And one more. One more. Hey everyone, so I'm back. As you can see, Chauncey got her drink. We're going to go ahead and turn back and head back home so that I can get my things done. And she should be tired by the time we get back there, so she'll be ready for a nap and a bite to eat, as will I. Sorry about the noise back there. Nearby there is a home for the developmentally disabled, and they were out enjoying the weather just like the rest of us, so that's what that noise was, if you were wondering, while Chauncey was getting her drink. These days are so fleeting in the spring that like everybody comes out. The entire city just gets together. Everybody's in a great mood. Our winters run long here, so these first perfect spring days is just what we need. And I empathize with those out west who are getting pummeled by snow right now. That happens to us too sometimes. That's why I was wondering if the city had turned on the water fountain yet or not, because we do get snow in May. Not this year, thank goodness, but it does happen. So I'm just passing over the bridge again, so it's going to be a bit noisy. I apologize. Maybe I can give you guys a better view. Uptown. Downtown. And you can't see the CN Tower from this vantage point, but closer to home you can. On my street you can see the CN Tower. This neighborhood's been developing like crazy. As you can see, there's these buildings. Most of these buildings are fairly new. It's like within the last 10 to 15 years. There's some brand new, I don't know if you can see this, the construction crane up there. There's two brand new buildings going in up there. So there's actually construction all over. This town is just booming. I think I had read at some point that Toronto right now has more cranes in the sky than any other city in Canada and possibly the US as well. Hi, buddy. Hi. So we are Chauncey's vantage point, waiting for a train. I don't think one's coming yet though. Yeah, there's no trains coming yet. Unless there's one going to come out of the tunnel over there. But I don't see any headlights right now, so I think we're just going to keep going. Come on, Chauncey. So here we go. Lots of bikes loaded, short on the leash. These ribbons here, the ribbons up there, those were put there, I believe, 2 springs ago. Those are what's left. This entire fence was just covered in them. They were put there in symbolically as a reminder of the missing Indigenous women and how the province isn't, well, how actually not just the province, but the Canadian government in general is not really doing much about that. And they don't seem to really care other than lip service at handshake meet and greets every now and then, but that's what those ribbons are for. Hi everyone. So as you can see, we are back home. She is tuckered out from her walk, and I apologize if I look at the viewfinder. I'm not used to looking into the lens. I'm still new at this. But we're home and we're going to be resting for a bit, chilling out with my animals. And I don't know if you can hear, but my cat, there he is. That is Gandalf. Hello, Gandalf. Anyway, he's meowing for some attention. He's a very attention-hungry cat. The most attention-hungry cat I've ever had, actually. So I'm going to feed them both and have some cuddles and loves before I get ready to go out and enjoy some beers on the patio with some friends, and of course the obligatory tacos for Cinco de Mayo. But anyway, if I don't touch in later, I'm going to try to touch in while I'm out this afternoon and evening. But if I don't, thank you for joining us on our walk today, and I hope to see you soon.
I might as well have the baggage and
Hi everyone, it's Amanda. Having my beer on the patio, just like I said. It's a little busy, it's a very busy road. This is Yonge Street. I showed you earlier from the bridge. So there's a lot of traffic right now, but got some friends here and we're having a good time, just chill and sitting here on the lounge area in the front of the pub. And yeah, that's it. And I hope you're all having a good time today. Thank you again for joining me on my walk. I don't know if you can even hear me, but thank you for joining me on my walk today. I really appreciate it. It was a nice day to go and have a stroll. But anyway, happy Cinco de Mayo, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.